Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Nothing gets past me. 어림도 없지.
Anybody there, Nonak does manage to find one with it. The rest of the team escaping the blizzard for now, but they'll get pushed very, very far back. Nonak's still just firing away, trying to get any sort of pick value. Does catch a wall, but it's not enough. Is not too much able to get there. But it'll be the Ash from the side of Roadrunner Gaming who's able to clean up some of those picks, especially onto the tank. They'll get control back.
And right now, Mac is doing really good on the Ash. On the Bob just come out, been getting solid picks, solid key pickoffs in some of these engagements. So very good player for them.
Yeah, the Ash is one of those key roles right there, but Piggle's looking to try to put the dent into that, as is an easy 3 for Big T-Tar to clean this up. 95 means there's not going to be a chance for a contest here.
No, it shouldn't be. If you had a Tracer, maybe, but if not, no, it's just it's
Yeah.
contested.
One last second. Someone did make it there, and it'll be the Ash clearing up the Venture. So there, Kirsten looking on point, holding onto the Diva Bomb, just try to chase down that Tracer and get them into control for now. Overtime is still ticking, but the Baby Diva is out. That's 2 picks down for the side of Big, and they will clean it up. It's just a formality at this point. It's the last few DPS here. The Ash gets rushed down and run down by the Brig. It's just the lone Brig from the side of Roadrunner Gaming to try to hold the ground, and they will not be able to. The Juno ult is simply just fireworks.
Yeah, the Juno, they didn't really need the DPS, the Diva ult right there. It was just in case of, but no, it was just the snowballing was just going more on and on and on, and there was just so much to Varsity could not overcome. But now we go at 3.
We'll see all 3 of Samoa, so we're lucky for that. And I mean, what other changes do you think is going to happen here? I saw a flash of the Wrecking Ball, but I mean, we'll see Nonag go to the Tracer, and we'll see our other player there come over. Yeah, it looks like they're still trying to find it. Which DPS combination is kind of, do you think worked best for them?
Based on, if I were to go, I would almost say maybe a flyer, like a Pharah or Neko, maybe. But we shall see, because that really you need someone to counter the Ash, because their Ash was getting so much pressure, so much damage, and getting like with 2 or 3 bobs that we saw. So
yeah,
that could be a big thing right there to deal with.
High ground there is held by Roadrunner Gaming. Does manage to get out of the Maywall, trying to get an isolation. Can't quite get anybody. Pickles with that drill, looking to try to get anybody in on point. But they push him back, so it'll have to do for now. One going back to get the point contest. And though there's no picks, it looks like Big Tartar will T-Tar will get the initial pick. Still from the high ground at Roadrunner Gaming. Still just trying to maintain a bonus, and it's up to Pickles to keep these Tracer in check.
Yeah, still trying to. The one thing with the Tracer is they want to keep him in check, because that Tracer alone can harass the backline. And the second you lose your Brig, for the most part, the team fights are over. So that's why the Tracer is such a very, very important part of that offense. It's got to be checked.
Ooh. Matt comes up with 2, one from the Dynamite, and it's just the Brig and the Venture fighting it out for the side, and that will be Matt coming in to help. And Mac on this Ash has been a dominant force. Just really, you can see how quickly they're trying to get onto him, but they really just can't find him.
Again, it's one of those, like, the Diva's like, hey, we in Venture, we got to pinch the Ash. Otherwise, the Ash will keep picking us off. And the Tracer can then go in the backline. Just take out the Juno, take out the Brig. The Brig shield is down. All of a sudden, the Brig goes down there, just means towards a healing. Juno's got to heal everybody at one time. And it's just, with you're so worried about that Ash, everybody else can just slowly chip in, slowly able to get the point flipped over, maybe even win the map right here.
Both rings from the Junos out. It's going to be a big rally to kick it in. Two supports down, one on trades either side, but still Mac trying to find it. Finds the Juno on the flank. And able just peppering shots. A great look, the Blizzard from the side of Again, but it's not going to be enough. Again, Mac just goes in and is just going uncontested on these shots, able to add the damage, pepper it in, and clean it up here.
It's literally like they're Big 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 is trying to get rid of the Ash. Roadrunner Gaming is trying to keep their Ash up. And it's really, right now, it's a beautiful chess match. If you love coaching and love game management and ult management, it's such a beautiful matchup to watch, and it's just good back and forth action right here. I'm interested to see what they do with the pulse bomb, and if they're going to try to stick it to the Brig or maybe the May.
Well, 87 off of the Bob. There's a dynamite in from Mac trying to sign any sort of value. Pushes it to 90. The Diva dives in from the side of Big Big Big. Kirsten pushes him away and does manage to find one, but again trades it back out. And once again, our Roadrunner Gaming just seems to be holding the ground here. It'll be the rest of this as the position swap here. It will be a nano onto Piggles, or I'm sorry, it'll be a boosted up Piggles here with that Venture trying to fight two, but it's Again who finds two of their own, and Capsaicin finds and trades them out. But the damage has been done. Big 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 will get a big flip.
It looks like Mac has switched over from the Ash to Venture, so almost a mirror match, exception of the May versus Tracer, but it's very interesting back and forth, and it's just so hectic, so chaotic.
Rally from Spicy Toes to kick us off here, trying to play a little bit more defensive and get the team ready to take this fight starting. Kirsten just looking in, trying to find any target. The May wall does find an isolation, but can't capitalize on it enough. Kirsten goes in, just have to get out though. Again, Bob and weave it through. May Ice Block is used as well, but she finds the Tracer. Pulse Bomb goes in, and it gets 2-for-1 value for Nonag. And that is a huge come up, and that is a huge turn of events for Roadrunner Gaming, making it a 3 for Nonag, who is just flipping this script.
Yeah, as soon as both supports went down, and it's just snowballing right there, you want to die. You want to just full on reset and get there as fast as possible. This is last fight territory if you want to win this, because it's what, 83 to 83 before the flip, and now you're coming in. This is it. You gotta be in your P's and Q's. So it's gonna be who makes the first crucial mistake. I'm expecting both Diva Bombs to come in any moment.
Both are going to try to. Kirsten holding up front. It's going to be the rally from Nene. Goes in, gets stunned though. Man, doesn't quite able to make any progress on it. And Big 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 do manage to get the flip onto the point. They will pressure it out. Overtime has ticked though. And with that ring and the Diva Bomb coming out, who gets taken out by it is Piggles, who eats it on one side, and the other one is a blank. So again, just is the lone holdout trying to make sure that they did get the flip. So if Big 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 gets this, they win it out. But there's still Capsaicin, who is just guarding this point, making sure no one can get back in. The two Divas still holding on, fighting for that. Again, has to use the Ice Block to get out of the way. And Mac just trying to find a target, pushes them back, has to dig themselves out of a bad situation there. And Piggles finds one. They find the Diva Mech, and they complete that kill, which means now with no tank, Roadrunner Gaming just has to get out of the space. And that means Big 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 will take this first point.
Right. The one big thing is you have one tank, and when your one tank goes down, you're more than likely going to lose the team fight. That's why a lot of the resources go into the tank. Diva's defense matrix is good for a lot and can withstand a lot of damage, but eventually that wear and tear is going to come down, and the minute that happened, that just sealed it right there. But if that was the first match, we're in for a great series. We could see 4, maybe 5 maps. Who knows?
I mean, I want to see all 5. I know that both of these collegiate tested and playing teams know how to give it. They know how to fight. We've got our previous champions in Big Big Big, the Utah Blues. And I mean, Roadrunner Gaming Varsity from the University of Texas San Antonio, they're no joke. They've been in this as well. I think both teams, this is like a great litmus test, I think, for the season ahead for both of the squads in the Masters group here.
The one thing I do want to say is I wonder, coming forward from Big Big Big, are we going to see any substitutions? Because they are known to have a big roster. They're known for squad, scrimmaging against each other. So do you think we'll see any swaps?
I don't know. It's tough to see. But the one thing we can, and at least we'll know, is we do know where we're going next for map 2, and we are going to be going on over to Eichenwald. So although we don't know if any swaps will come in, we'll at least know where they're going to be going. And I think for Roadrunner Gaming, that's a comfort in a lot of ways. Like Eichenwald is the one a lot of teams scrim.
Yes, it's right up there. If you talk about hybrid maps, it's really good. It's solid. I place it over Hollywood,
Oh yeah.
but Kings Row is the greatest of all time. But Iconwald's a good, solid map. You got high ground, you got low ground, you got flanking routes. You can practice a wide variety of comps that anything is on the table. Like any composition, the tanks we can be pushy, we can be brawly, we can be divey. It is literally like whatever you want to play, you can play it somewhere on this map.
Yeah. We do have subs coming in, one for each of the sides, one for Big Big Big. Let's see who it is. Big 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 is going to be bringing in Warhater Sam, and that was a player that I had in my time at NECC kept an eye on because their Baptiste was phenomenal. So this does not surprise me, but it is interesting considering we're in a Juno and Brig meta to see them bring in a Baptiste.
Baptiste can output a lot of heals.
Waterbug going to come in and pick up that other support slot. You know, sometimes it's just the support line doesn't work. You know, this is those week ones, right? This is where you find out who's got those jitters, those week one jitters, and who can make those changes. So it's good to have those depths of rosters coming in.
Right, and that's one thing with supports. You know, you can have on a Mercy for burst healing. You could have Lucio, Juno for speed. You can bring in Zen for extra damage. Baptiste can just put out heals. Muira can be a hybrid DPS and a support. So the support line, it can vary, and you can go a bunch of different ways with it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we had kind of said, like you said, Eichenwald, there's a lot of angles of attack on this, and these teams have been practiced. Like you said, it's probably the number 2 most played hybrid map since we're not allowed to play Scrims Row right now. So you called out, you know, maybe we'll see an Echo, maybe we'll see some Flyers. Do you think any of the teams are going to maybe bring an adaptation of those in, given that they have such free skies here?
I would be surprised, and honestly, one of my personal favorite DPSs, I would not be surprised if we see a Widow out of nowhere. Because all these different cheeky angles, you blink and a Widow is in a spot that you wouldn't think they're in, then you get headshot across the map, then the whole team fight just changes. So you could see a Widow, you could see a Pharah Echo at different angles. It's one of those, if you're attacking, I would send out a Sombra first, scout them, see what they got, and then figure out, you want to rush, do you want to pinch, do you want to just try to pick up one by one? Anything is available, anything's on the table. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Flyer, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a dive, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a Wrecking Ball with a Widowmaker. Like, anything is possible.
Yeah, and like you said, this is, you know, like we've talked about, this is week 1. So if you're going to try anything odd, like we kind of know what the meta is really settled into be, but if you're going to try anything kind of odd, or you're going to try to make these adaptations, this is the great week to do it. So I think that for both of these teams, like you said, like this is going to be a great chance to really kind of explore this. But let's get in there and see what changes they do make and what these new players are bringing in here. Spicy Toast did go over to the Lucio, so therefore going to Juno. Kirsten back over in the Ramatra along with Capsaicin. Are we done with Diva here, Ray? Or is this just a starting, like what do you think?
You know, when I see the defense, I think Ramatra Brawl, and Ramatra Brawl is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Roadrunner sees it and they go to swap off of it. Especially, Roadrunner swapping off the Widow. I was going to see if the Widow gets
it's just an opening shot. Yeah, just an opening shot.
Honestly, I think the Baptiste is going to put out a lot of healing. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Roadrunner. And so I think it's going to be very interesting to see. So the defense may have an advantage in that standpoint. But again, we shall see when these Tracers can pop off.
Oh, a great shot from McGann to kind of counteract those picks. The Tracers do kind of go, and Nonag wins the initial duel, but I think the damage is done. That great Maywall to block off the Ashe means Mac is out of the fight, but Capsaicin is still in it, and they are going to find one and that Bat Lamp. It's going to have to be getting out from Big 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 for now. Again, has to use the Ice Block to survive. And, I mean, they'll have one last shot to recontest, but that was a pretty decisive take there.
It was a very decisive take. It was like, again, Mac is just so good on the Ashe from the last round. So many good picks, so much damage coming out, so many weird kind of angles, and then, you know, if you least expect it, the Dynamite can do a lot of burn damage and everything. If you're not in your health pack, it could screw you over. So right now, to me, the Ash, it could be the one player that's like can turn the team fights around in this face in the side of Roadrunner.
Oh, almost catches the Tracer out. Yeah, forced the recall there. Kirsten just holding that front line, forces the Maracha out. The Juno ring is spent for the side of Roadrunner Gaming, and that'll force the Marachas to go in. Kirsten going in pretty deep, finds two, looking for the third. There's the Juno for the three-piece, and what a great read from the side of Big 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 to kind of clean this up. It'll be just the last bits. Make it 4 for Kirsten to close it out.
That's a big player there from Ramacha. Ramacha does have a lot of sustainability. Can put a shield up. Can do from range to melee. Can get shields. So Ramacha's a good hybrid character in the sense of you can do a whole lot of different things with it. But I see we may have a Tracer in the back line, so don't be surprised if we see a
Ooh.
pulse bomb on one of the supports.
Blizzard under the cart, catches Capsaicin, and that'll be an easy pick. The Piggles finds one of their own, and again follows it up with a pair. And this fight is as